Ruben's racing, boys. Oops, I dropped you on the floor, but oh well. I can't hear you. Hold on. What? No, I'm gonna, oh, fuck the bumper, who cares? Alright, I'm gonna let you go. You gotta turn in now. Don't hit the brakes yet. Let me get away from you. Alright, you're clear. There's nobody there, so. Put it in drive.
No, it's just going up to 3 RPM.
Alright. You can put it in neutral again. I'm gonna wait till you basically come to a roll and stop.
Yeah.
And then, no, don't pull over. Just keep going.
Slowing down.
I know. I'll catch back up to you. I'll catch up to you. Just do your thing. Alright. No, let off the brake. Don't hold the brakes this time. I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna get you over the hill and then I'll just let you go and you roll in. Can't hear you. Oops. Just pay attention and stay straight so that way my truck doesn't shift around. We're gonna scratch the car up. Must look so ridiculous. You don't have to. You just leave it in neutral, and then once I get you over this hill, you should be able to coast right in. How you doing? Alright. You're good. No, you should be able to go right in. You know, yeah, obviously you can slow down if you have to.
Where do I go?
Anywhere. You either have AAA or I'll tow it. Either one. It's fine. You can park it basically wherever. You're just gonna call or we'll tow it or AAA it.
He's stuck. Is he stuck?
Alright, just to recap what you just saw, it was my girlfriend's car transmission blew, so we had it, I pushed it home with the S-10 because it was right down the road, and I dropped it off at a place in Longford to have the transmission rebuilt while we had AAA drop it off. And as you can see, they're that guy wasn't too talented. I had the car on the driveway and he pushed it down onto the lawn because he didn't like the angle it was at, and then he got himself on a worse angle. So really didn't do himself any favors. But AAA is it's a membership you get. It's $100 a year and you get free 4 free tows for $100. So really can't complain. But there was no damage. He got it back and everything. I didn't. The video was a lot longer. It was about an hour of him struggling. But I don't want to post it, and I didn't want to get his voice or him in it. So yeah, that's it. They metal?
It's like a bed frame. Is that even
Oh, it's like a futon or something. Can use that. Metal. Free scrap's the best scrap. Got half the camper loaded on there. Let's get home. Alright, made it back. I got 4 sheets, 5.5 millimeter underlayment boards from Home Depot, and 2-inch polystyrene or whatever insulation. The more I'm looking at this, the worse it really is. I wish I bought that pink stuff, but it has foil on it, so I figured it'd be better. We'll see. All right, I just threw the board up there real quick to get an idea how much coverage I'm going to get out of a sheet. This wall is actually, I made it 48 inches, 4 feet, so on the bottom it's flush with the bottom and flush with the top, so that is the whole side. I'll just have to cut out on the front. Gonna cut that piece off and then put it there. I was gonna use a full sheet and start at that end, but I'm thinking that maybe just by leaving that alone and then just adding that small piece, it's a smaller joint section rather than a 4-foot long one. And it'll be way up on the front, so maybe you won't even notice the seam. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, it looks pretty good though. Pretty excited with about that. All right, I'm gonna bolt it on and then cut it out. All right, I cut it out. Looks pretty good. That there's like barely even a seam at all. So that worked out great. And that whole sheet, this is all the waste I have, which is great. Next part I'm gonna do is the back. I'm gonna stand it up, and it just happens to be, I didn't even mean to do this, but it's 4 feet all the way to this. So I'm just gonna cut out the door and then use the door piece to do this part. And I'll have to add probably a small piece down there. I ran out of bolts, so I'm using the carriage bolts. And they almost sink flush. And all I'm going to do is take the flap disc and just grind them off. And then hopefully when I fiberglass over them, you won't be able to see them. Or maybe I'll have to put a little skim coat of Bondo or something. I've never done fiberglass before, so that should be interesting. Never really messed with wood either, but I mean, I built this building, but I had a carpenter helping me. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I have to recut the pieces I had up here. I know you guys saw them earlier, or in a different video. They were all wonky anyway, so the lines were all terrible. So I'm gonna recut those. What else? I'm just waiting for my UPS order to come in, and then I'm gonna finish up the video with the stuff. All right, I went as far as I can without bolts. I had some of these countersink screws or countersink bolts, but I don't really like these because the surface area holding it isn't as much as the carriage bolts, but they are flush and it does make a little bit more sense. I might just leave them and kind of experiment to see if they last longer. They might not ever have a problem with them, but I just don't want, like this, if someday it gets wet, I don't want it to pop and pull out. I'm pretty sure these carriage bolts would hold quite well. And the part of the carriage bolt sinks right against the metal, and it really can't. It just holds it there. It doesn't pull through like these will if I tighten them too much. But it's coming out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah. Pretty sweet. Alright, I'm just gonna go see if my package has showed up yet or not. Nice. Can you guess what it is? $10 liters, it says. Some Chinese letters, I believe. Yep. 8 kW diesel little furnace. And, there's a few of them. This is the display. Looks pretty scratched up. Hopefully that's a cover on there. I bought the one with the ports on it, so that way I can kind of plumb it into the camper and not just have one big port dumping out. Oh shit, it's hard to see in here. But I plan on mounting it. Freaking drop this thing. Hard to sit on. Plan on mounting it right here, and it's kind of hard to see in here, but I got a light so we can actually see. I'm gonna go over the layout that I have, or that I'm gonna do here, and we'll start with the front. The width of this is only 5 foot, so I'm short, but I'm not that short. So what I'm gonna do is make the beds go, or the bed go this way, and you can see it's 6 foot to here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make like a platform here going across that slips underneath the main, cushion or bed up here, and then when I want it, I'll pull it out from underneath, throw the cushion on top of it, and then it'll be 6 foot, which is plenty of room for me and my girlfriend or whoever. And then let's see. Yeah, and then when I'm not using it, I'll just slide it underneath, and that'll be it. So next thing I'm gonna do is, this is 1 foot between here and here. I'm gonna box this in, and then it'll be storage down here for the batteries. I'm gonna put 2 batteries, an inverter, and whatever electrical stuff I have is gonna go down here. And then it's gonna be like a dinette. It's gonna be a chair there, a chair there, like a little booth, and a table in the center. Let's see. On the ceiling, I'm gonna have a vent here and a vent here. So there'll be 2 vents on the ceiling. Over here is gonna be the 5,000 BTU air conditioner. And then down here is gonna be probably a sink, shelving. I really wanna make a custom hot water heater, and I'm gonna make custom holding tanks. At least I'm gonna try to. I don't know how it'll come out, but the heater is gonna go here, and I'm gonna it's on its side right now. But I'm gonna make ducting for it. I think it's gonna go here. I haven't really decided. None of this is permanent yet besides the bed. The bed's definitely gonna happen that way, but the heater I'm gonna duct in. It's gonna go either behind the wall or somehow I'm gonna duct it so then it comes up here and dumps out. I slept in truck. I lived in a truck camper for a little while, and it was winter time and it was cold. And the heaters, they're usually the little propane heaters, they just dump out in one direction, or they just, you know, and it's not up here. This is always the coldest part because you got air circulating around it completely, versus like in a bed down here in the bed of the truck, you're kind of protected on the bottom. But yeah, so I really wanted a good heater. I don't want propane because then I got to make a spot for the propane tank, and that'll take up a third of the, or a quarter of the wall, and I'd have to make outside access and close it all in. I don't want to do all that. So yeah, so I went with the diesel heater, but we're gonna see how it works too. A refrigerator, I'm gonna do, I have a 12-volt electric refrigerator. I do plan on putting solar panels and stuff on the roof at some point, so I'm probably going to either do that or just a cooler with a bunch of ice in it, because I don't really know what would be perishable besides like milk and cheese and stuff like that that I would take with me on a trip. Let's see, am I forgetting? Oh, the headliner, I'm just going to do foam, and then I'm going to spray on the glue and then put on, like you see in boats, the headliner is, you know, it's like a carpet, like a really fine carpet. I'm just gonna do the whole ceiling in that, I'm thinking, up here too, and then around the front, you know, around the front. The walls are gonna be probably just wood again over the styrofoam, or maybe I'll do the fiberglass on the inside or something. I haven't really decided yet. Windows, I'm gonna get windows. I just want good windows. I don't want crappy windows. So I'm gonna have to search around and try to find some. The one I was gonna put here is just too big because I want to put, I'm gonna close that in, but I'm gonna have a smaller window in the center that has a slider on it so I can open and close it. That way I can still see through the back window, which is the big window over there. It's 3 foot, so that should give me plenty of thing, you know, enough window to look out so I can see the trailer or backing up or anything like that. What am I forgetting? Oh, stovetop. I am going to do a stovetop, but it's going to be probably just a 1 burner, and it'll probably be electric because I have the generator, which is running this whole place right now. I don't have electricity in this building yet, but an inverter generator, which I'm probably just, because it's a 3,500 watt Harbor Freight one, so it's pretty big. So I'll probably just slide it in the door, and then when I get where I'm going, I'll just flop the tailgate down, sit it on the tailgate or on the ground or whatever. I was gonna get a smaller one and mount it in here, but I don't really feel like buying another generator. But if I come across one, then maybe I'll make something for it. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for part 10 of the rusty S10 and part 2 of the camper. Really happy with the way this is coming out. I think it's gonna be really, really sweet. And before I end the video, before I forget, at the time I'm making this video, I have 500 subscribers, which is really, really awesome. I never thought ever I'd have 500 subscribers. So I'm really excited. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. It makes me really want to keep making videos, which I'm gonna do. Whether you, if you guys stop watching them, then I'll stop making them. But as long as you're watching them, I'm gonna make them. The S10 series isn't that popular, obviously, but it's really, you know, S10s, if you don't own one or haven't owned one, you don't really understand that they're really great trucks. And, you know, like you guys know, it was a part of my family, those, an S10, always. Maybe my grandfather still has an S10, an 03 S10, so it's, you know, it's in my blood, basically. I really love the S10. In this camper, well, it'll fit in any S10, I'm sure. The measurement, I'm pretty sure the measurements are the same, so I'll be keeping this camper for quite a while if it turns out pretty decent, which I think it's going to. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and You know, comment down below if you got any good ideas that I can add stuff to this. Please, by all means, you know, put it in the comments. I'm not like 4 weeks behind or something. This I'm gonna put up today, or yes, I'm gonna put it up tomorrow. But I'm only a day or two off when I put the videos up, or not even. Sometimes it's just a couple hours. So you're seeing it as it happens. So like I said, if you got any ideas, let me know. Put them down in the comment section. Hit that like button if you like the camper, the way it's coming out. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys on part 11 of the S-10. Thank you.